And lastly, I really feel like this is such an important topic because we as people admire those among us who have strong opinions, who are eloquent and can state something with confidence, people who are willing to stand up, say what they believe, and then stand by it under the heat of criticism. Those are the people that we look up to as leaders, as mentors. So I'm here at the park. It is stormy, it's overcast. I'm the only one here, wonder why. But I didn't bring my microphone or my windscreen, so I'm going to do my best to block the microphone with my hand so that there isn't too much interference from the wind. I'm sorry if the audio is bad. I didn't think I'd film a video today, because I came here with the intention of just being alone and having some me time to think about today's events. I'm sorry if that's windy, but it turns out I'm inspired. And I want to talk to you guys about ideas and the fallibility of ideas and beliefs and opinions, because to me personally, this is actually really, really important. A lot of people probably don't care as much as I do about this, and that's fine. But I do like to believe that at heart I am a scientist, and maybe if I had just had a stronger mindset in middle school and done a little bit better in math, maybe I would have become a real scientist. But regardless, whether you're a professional scientist or not, anyone can and should try to apply scientific methodology to their thinking. And I do my best to apply the scientific process to all of my opinions and my beliefs and my decisions. Now, what that means is very simple. I'm acknowledging that there is a wide range of factors that can affect and change and transmute any idea or opinion or theory. And what this ultimately means for people like me who make videos on YouTube sharing our opinions and our ideas is that sometimes we're wrong. Sometimes I'm wrong. Probably more often than I'd like to think. You know, I just made a video the other day talking about accountability and being responsible for your actions, and basically just saying that if you blame other people, chances are you're wrong, and you should just do your best to overcome the obstacles in front of you. And while there is truth to that, it's also true that it's just not that simple. It's just not that simple. And I've been thinking about it ever since I posted the video, because I know that this is a nuanced topic, like so many other things in life. It's not just up to you to fix your problems, because other people cause those problems sometimes. And sometimes society causes those problems, and sometimes it's your fault that you ran into them, and sometimes it's not your fault, because sometimes other people reach out to you with their problems. And whether we like it or not, whether you have a strong enough mentality to overcome that and deal with those problems, it doesn't mean it still doesn't have an effect on you, because you have to spend energy doing that. And every time someone else reaches out to you with their problems, and you have to spend your energy overcoming, you're spending your energy. You're losing precious seconds of your life. So you see, what I was saying in that video was, it was true, but it also kind of wasn't true. It was useful, but it also kind of wasn't useful, because I didn't address all of the nuances, all of the little connections there are between every single aspect of your life and other people's lives. And it's just, nothing is simple enough to be summarized in one of these 10-minute videos. So does that mean that the opinions and the ideas that I share in these videos are useless, and that all these other YouTubers who are doing the same thing, that it's all useless, podcasts are useless? No, it doesn't mean that. It just means that you should be aware that everything is a little more nuanced than you think. And so that leads us to the scientific method, right? Because if you want the truth, if you want what is truly, scientifically, comprehensively the best possible answer to any of these problems or ideas, you have to do a lot of research, right? You have to start asking yourself, what pieces of this puzzle could I be missing? What pieces do I definitely have? What kind of angle am I missing? What kind of perspective do I not have? What am I blind to? What's in front of me that I can't actually see? And that's an exhaustive process. And if I was to do that every time I wanted to talk about motivation or health and fitness or being responsible, it would take hours. These would be very long, miserable videos where I would just be talking about every single thing that even just touches the topic. And it's just not realistic. So I suppose that the goal of these videos, in its purest and most succinct form, is to just give you one angle, one perspective, maybe two or three, but just one angle for the idea. And hopefully it's an angle that I'm more familiar with than you, and it provides value to you. But ultimately, it's your job to take in these ideas. It's your job to consume all of the information from these videos, from the articles you read, from the things people say, and decide for yourself. Is the source reliable? Is the information true? Are they considering all of the angles? How do I feel, and why do I feel that way? What does my experience tell me? Because ultimately, we're going to be wrong. We're all wrong sometimes. Ideas are like people. They need other people. They need other ideas, right? A person needs other people. An idea needs other ideas. You can't just look at something one-dimensionally. And the problem is that's what we do in this country now. That's what our political dialogue has been reduced to. We have two sides looking at everything from their side, refusing to have a real dialogue. So I would urge you to not do that in your personal life, to not do that in your own head with the ideas that actually matter to you. They have a real difference in your life. Every time I open my mouth, consider what I'm saying and ask yourself if you agree. Ask yourself if it's true. And, hold it up to the light and see for yourself. Now, obviously, like I was saying before, when other people reach out to you with their problems, if you're going to take the time to overcome those problems, it's going to cost you energy. And it's the same thing with these ideas, with politics, with religion. Ideas about success and what it takes to be successful. Even scientific topics like correct exercise form. It takes energy to research these things and figure out exactly what you believe and establish why, if you do it correctly. So you have to be selective about the things that you research. You have to be selective about the things that you care about, the things that you are going to do your own genuine research and work on to figure out what's true. You can't do that with everything. You'd spend your whole life, reading. So on certain things, you just have to, put your hands in the air and say, I abstain from this topic, and be honest enough and wise enough to admit, I don't know. I actually don't know that much about this topic, so maybe I'll see what other people think. I'll find an expert that I trust, who does the research and who has done the work needed to gain an insightful opinion, and I will see what they think. I will consult with my books. And that's what a lot of us, I think, are scared to do. A lot of us are scared to admit that actually we don't know anything about what we're talking about. And I think that's super important. That's a real marker of wisdom, to understand how much you actually don't know. And lastly, I really feel like this is such an important topic because we as people admire those among us who have strong opinions, who are eloquent and can state something with confidence, people who are willing to stand up, say what they believe, and then stand by it under the heat of criticism. Those are the people that we look up to as leaders, as mentors, as guides. People who can have an opinion and stand by it and say why. We are innately believing in our heads, we're trusting these people, that they have a sound thought process, that they have a good logical sequence of thoughts and ideas, and that they're doing this process, they're applying this process to their ideas and their theories. And they've done it so thoroughly that they believe that they're right. And that's why they believe it so strongly. We trust these people. We trust people who have strong ideas. And so I would urge you to do the same, to ask yourself, am I being as thorough as I can? Am I truly standing up for what I believe, and do I have good reason to do it? And if you do, you have the potential to rise up as a leader. People will look to you because not many people think this way. Not many people have the energy or the will to do this with their own ideas. A lot of people become very uncomfortable when their ideas are challenged. All of us do. All of us become uncomfortable when our ideas are challenged or the chance that we might be wrong is realized. And if you can learn what that feels like, I know it very well. When people challenge my opinions and they say it in just the right way, I get a feeling in my gut, and it's a gut check. Because I think to myself, they might be right, I might be wrong. I need to think about this. If you can learn to recognize that feeling and to begin correcting your ideas when you think that they might be wrong, and to begin actually listening to other people and learning and combining the collective wisdom of your circle of people and your circle of influences, you can begin to improve your ideas. You can become a stronger thinker, a more critical thinker. And as a result, you can believe more strongly in yourself and your ideas. This will increase your confidence. It will increase your charisma. Typically, you'll get better at using words and speaking. All right, you'll be more comfortable on camera and during interviews. These are all great skills, and these are the skills of a leader. So really, that wraps it up. That's about all I have to say today. This was completely off the cuff. Again, I'm sorry if the audio's bad. It is windy, and it's getting dark too. So I'll try to brighten this video up and make sure the audio's not too horrible, hopefully. But anyways, that's it. I hope you guys took something from this. Maybe I'm wrong, right? All of my opinions are subject to criticism of an objective nature. So anyways, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Let's talk about this. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Train lively, people.